Hey, what's going on everyone? Matthew from therighttrader.com back today with another daily crypto update. I'm going to be talking about the big mover today, which is Monaco. I'm also going to be going over my normal schedule of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple, Neo, Vertcoin, Monero, OmiseGO, and Lisk. All of those in that order in a more detailed technical analysis on TradingView in just a second. Other than that, if you haven't purchased cryptocurrencies yet, go check out Coinbase. I have a referral link in the description where you can get $10 free when you sign up. And let me go ahead and update you with what's been going on with the general market and some of the altcoins. So Bitcoin still moving higher, slowly but surely. We can see on the chart though that it is looking like we may have a little bit of a pullback here coming, but we'll see what will happen. Other than that, the breakout, I guess, slowed down a little bit. We do have some cryptos that are still doing pretty well. IOTA moved up pretty high, near $3 today, fell back down a bit. So, Cardano is still doing pretty good, bouncing a little bit. Overall, like I said, it seems like, the big moves have slowed down a little bit, but, Neo above $40, that's actually a pretty big move right there. So we still have some that are doing and acting really well here. Lisk up 10%, that's really good to see. And other than that, Cash, I'm not sure how you say this, but I've gotten some requests for a price prediction video on that. And let me know if that interests you. I'll try to get around doing that. Same thing with Salt. If there's any price predictions videos you want me to do, I'll try to get around to doing those. A lot of people also ask me to cover Dash in these daily crypto updates. That's something that I can possibly add in the future. I'm trying to keep these pretty short. I do plan on doing live streams, hopefully daily in the near future. So that's, a point in time where I could definitely go over any cryptocurrencies that I guess miss in the daily crypto updates, right? And like I said, Monaco, the big mover today, up over 100%. And pretty much breaking, massive breakout today, really. And I'll definitely let's see, I'm going to actually open up the chart here just to give you an idea of what's been happening. And it broke above $10 today, went through a lot of resistance levels actually. So obviously the next resistance level is that $15 mark, which it managed to even break above that. And we'll probably get a test of $20 pretty quickly, I would say. If we're able to even move and break above and hold above $20, at that point, we could really probably get a test of the all-time highs again pretty quickly, which looks like it's a little bit above $24. So that's something to pay attention to if we break above $20. For now, we're not there yet, but we should at least get a test of that. And what made Monaco go up so much? There was news that it was going to be added on a couple exchanges in the Asian markets, I believe. So that is why people are buying up Monaco right now. Hasn't done much for a while and finally got a big breakout. So that's obviously a good thing. Zcoin doing pretty well here. And yeah, other than that, I'm going to get right into the technical analysis part of things, starting off with Bitcoin. So like I said, we have, looks like our first, real red candlestick in several days now. So we'll see, will this pan out to create a bit of a pullback? To see that, we'll need, for one, to break below this support level right over here at $11,405. So if we move below that, we'll probably get a move maybe down to 10,865, or even come and test the uptrend line really, which is right over here. So probably around, let's see, 10,600, 10,700, somewhere around there. But we'd probably come back and test this uptrend line right over here if we move below this $11,405 support level. So could it pan out to be even more of a pullback? It definitely could. We're very far away from the lower Bollinger Band, but we have quite a few support levels nonetheless, right? We have, like I said, the uptrend line over here. After that, we have the middle band, which is currently at $9,271. And then, we have quite a few support levels and other uptrend lines that should hold up the price pretty well. So I don't think, we're going to see some kind of massive pullback at this point, but we definitely could see a bit of a move lower here in the next couple days, and then hopefully continue with our uptrend. MACD is still looking pretty strong. Histogram as well, to be honest, even if it might be moving a little bit lower. The RSI is the only thing that is kicking back down, so we'll see if that'll start moving towards 70. But we do need confirmation first that we're going to break below the $11,405 mark before we kind of put in a bit of a bearish movement for the first time in several days, like I said, because for now, every time that we've had some kind of bearish signal, which was over here, for example, we didn't get confirmation of a move lower, right? We just kept on moving higher. So until you get confirmation, you can't really call the bearish move, right? Let's see what's been going on with Ethereum now. So moving over to Ethereum, and looks like a pretty similar candlestick to what Bitcoin is experiencing right now. Small red candlestick for the time being. MACD looks like it's about to cross over the orange line, so that's definitely something to pay attention to here. And if we see a clean cross below that, we're probably going to move lower as far as price goes. I would say pretty quickly back down to $4,029. We'll see if we get a bounce on that. We'll have to see how the MACD acts, right? This should just be a dip below the orange line, and then we'll bounce back up. Or, it can be a bit of a more serious downtrend that lasts a bit longer, in which case we could see, maybe I guess like a move over here where we do drop to some of the lower levels, right? So it really depends how low. Of course, we're going to have a lot of support at that $400 mark, and we do have quite a few support levels like Bitcoin, so we'll have to break below all of those to move lower. And the question is, will there be enough weakness to do that if we actually, start seeing a pullback? So I'll keep an eye out for that and keep you updated, of course. We are moving lower in the histogram as well. That's something to pay attention to if we flip to the negative area, and moving lower on the RSI here. So still a little bit early to tell, but it does look like we could see some bearish movement, especially in Ethereum here, where the MACD is already, about to cross over. Moving over to good old Litecoin up next, and let's see what's been going on with Litecoin. So also red candlestick here, down about 1%. Now, Litecoin is actually looking pretty strong right now. I should go ahead and put in another uptrend line, which is our more short-term uptrend line right here. And this is a bit steeper, of course, than our uptrend line that's down here. We'll see if the sharper one holds, the more steep one. It really depends. I'm not expecting it to. These more short-term uptrend lines aren't really, made to hold that long. But if we break below that, we do have quite a bit of support here for Litecoin, this $98 mark, and then all these other black lines are support until we reach this uptrend line where we should really get a strong bounce. We also have the middle band, the brown line at $84, which will serve as some added support. It's kind of in line with the uptrend line over here. So I think it's going to be hard for Litecoin to see, a big fall. It'll probably just stop it around the uptrend line and then start climbing back up higher slowly but surely if we get some kind of drop here, I would say. MACD is still holding up pretty well. Same thing on the histogram, just the MACD where we do have a little bit of, I guess, somewhat of a short-term downtrend in the making, but nothing too worrisome just yet. Going over to Ripple now, and go over to Bittrex. Let's see. So down about 2%, testing the middle band currently at 24 cents. So we'll see if we'll move below that. We can see the upper and lower Bollinger Bands that are closing on the price. We're also already a little bit in a range here compared to the previous candlesticks, so I would expect some consolidation for Ripple at this point. We did cross over on the MACD, which is obviously a bearish sign, and we are in the negative zone and moving lower on the histogram. RSI not really doing that much, just moving lower, it seems like. But for now, I would expect some consolidation until we at least, either get a break lower or come and test this uptrend line over here, which may take, several days at this point, at which point we can maybe see a bounce off that. But it does look like some consolidation is next up for Ripple at this point. Moving over to NEO now. Let's see if NEO is actually doing better, I think, than most. It is down right now over the past 24 hours. It was up, let's see, 8%. So it went as high as $44.21. Unfortunately, we didn't hold that. We're now moving lower, which, I'm not really concerned about. That's fine, to be honest, because what we really wanted to see was a move higher and kind of get back in a better range, which we're now in. We bounced off the 39.68 support level, and we'll see if that holds, but we do have this short-term uptrend in the making, which I should now draw in, which is this line right over here. We'll see if that holds. We also have the middle band currently sitting at 36.84. That'll be some added support. And right now for NEO, I like what's going on. It's not the most bullish, setup, but it's not that bad. And also, actually, I should maybe point this out, but despite the fact that we're dropping lower today, we did get a break above this downtrend that we had going on here for a bit with the previous candlestick. So that's a very good sign. I kind of expect, even if it consolidates for a day or two here, that NEO should see some price increase moving forward. We crossed over to the above the orange line on the MACD. That's obviously a bullish sign. Unfortunately, we went below the uptrend line on the RSI, but like I said, I'm not too worried about it. This is just a bit of a short-term pullback after our move higher, which we really wanted to, get back near this $43 mark, and that's what happened. So I think we're going to trend higher here in the next couple of days and really make a clean move above 43.95. Finally get it to this upper range where the next resistance is at $50 basically, and that puts us, right under the all-time high pretty much, right? Last resistance before the all-time high. So I think that NEO will get into that range pretty shortly and really start to set itself up for a move much higher. So not looking bearish for NEO, despite the fact that it's a little bit shaky right now. I'm not too concerned that it's finally getting a little bit more strength, and that's what we wanted to see, right? Moving on with our technical analysis here, we're going to go over to Vertcoin, and let's see. So Vertcoin putting in a little bit of a top candlestick. This is a doji candlestick, also known as an indecisive candlestick. Usually after an increase like this, it means that the price will go lower. Of course, normally you have to wait for confirmation. So basically, if the next candlestick, or I mean this could happen with this candlestick, but if we move below the low here of $8.16, we'd probably see a bit of a pullback. If we're able to break above the high of $8.62, we could start moving higher back towards above $9. But if we do break below this low here, we'll probably come back and test the support line at $7.20, right, which is our previous all-time high. Definitely possible. It really just depends on, does it have enough weakness to break below that, or are we just going to consolidate or maybe even move higher? It really depends. It's definitely a bit overextended, but we're not trading that much above the upper Bollinger Bands or anything like that. So I'm still pretty I'm obviously still bullish on Vertcoin in the short term, though. I'm not sure if we're going to see a little bit of a pullback or maybe just some consolidation. Not really much to see on the MACD and the histogram. They are just kind of really uptrending. RSI even still looking pretty good. So it really depends here. Could see a little bit of a pullback towards $7.20. That would be good just to kind of reset the Bollinger Bands in a more healthy range, which should allow the price to move up, more easily, really. So that's definitely something I'm going to be paying attention to. But overall, it's been acting really well, and it wouldn't even be that surprising if we could come back and move above $9.43 pretty soon, to be honest. So going over to OmiseGO now, and then finally Lisk, which is our final cryptocurrency of the daily crypto update. Now, looks like OmiseGO, sorry, I put in the wrong exchange there. Let's go over to Bittrex, and wow, actually I hadn't even noticed that NEO made such a nice move. So it looks like we actually, let's see if I can get this trend line right. We actually managed to break above our previous uptrend line, which was acting as resistance, and we're having a lot of trouble with that for a while, but we moved up in the channel, which is good. Now, unfortunately today, we're moving back below that. I'm not too concerned as long as we hold above this $9.83 support level, which was previously resistance. We're still in good standing, and this is really good to see OmiseGO finally breaking above that and getting into this higher range up here. Now it's going to be much more free to, really start climbing towards $11.65. Still looking pretty good on the indicators as well. And yeah, this is exactly what we wanted to see. It took a bit of time, but now we're really starting to move higher. You can see that with where the middle band is pointing right in the upwards direction. And we finally kind of put in a bottom. If you look at this Bollinger Band action right over here, where we really are kind of putting in a bit of a cup formation. So that's exactly what I wanted to see. Finally started moving higher, even though we're getting a bit of a pullback here. That's pretty normal after a breakout like this. And I think it will be kind of moving higher exactly like NEO at this point. And yeah, I was trailing behind a lot of altcoins for a while. Now it's not looking that bad at all. So, moving over to Lisk, let's see. Bit of a pullback. It did move higher as well on the previous candlestick. So we made our way back above $8.60. Looks like we're dipping a little bit below that now. We're still above the the middle band, the brown line. Really getting a nice hook here on the MACD. Of course, we got a little bit of a failed test in the making right now with this red candlestick. So we'll see, is it going to be like over here where we continue to move lower? It really depends, right? We have to wait for some confirmation to see that. For now, still looking decent, you know, the histogram as well. So we'll have to wait and see. Can we maybe get above the high of the previous candlestick at $9.10? If we can get about that above that, you know, quickly, then we could really see a nice move higher. Otherwise, we're probably going to get some more consolidation. That's kind of what it looks like right here with, you know, where how the middle band is flattening out, and as well, you know, it's entering back into this range over here. So once we see the MACD start to move lower again, that'll kind of confirm that we're going to get some more consolidation, I would say. But overall, not really anything to worry about. This is the end of the daily crypto update. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a great day.